Clearly, we can clearly see he suck. Obviously, 82 is not gonna recognize how much he sucks, is even gonna platform him, even if his own friend Katsur Bay, the woman with the good coochie, like even if she is like, yo, this man is disgusting, that's a pig, because every woman can recognize that man as the pig that he is. Like I say, people, because what's her name? Tasha K went and talked about the whole situation with 82, with 82, with Storm Monroe, and she didn't deny, I think, eating anything.
Ooh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Space Squad, we are in here. Let me make sure that I can hear myself. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Baby, we got to talk about some things. We got to talk about some things. Okay, so yes, so I can see the poll in the chat. I just had to make sure. So we got a poll going. It's live and in full effect, Base Squad. So we got the comments that can show up on the screen. We got the poll right here. You're not early. You are right on time, baby. Right on time. Right on time. So, y'all, I had to do this live. I was on the phone. Everybody wanted to call me today. It's Money Making Monday, so I can't even be upset. It literally rained. It literally rained today. And I'm talking about it rained so hard, and I'm so thankful it rained because God must have knew. I felt like what is going on between everything that's happening right now? It's like everything is happening all at once. And didn't I tell y'all it was going to be a wild year? I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all, I told y'all it was going to be a wild, rambunctious year. And here we are. We have to talk about some things. We're here to talk about Hayden Panettiere. She's my cousin. So before y'all even get to, oh, why you black? Why you talking? First of all, that white girl is a part of my family. So there's only so many white people that I actually like. I could count on my hand, and she's one of them. So we're gonna talk about her. You know, this is somebody I grew up watching. Like we are similar in age, so of course I'm just befuddled right now. You know, we're going to talk about it though. We got to talk about Drew Aflo. We what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about this trans conversation? And if we didn't get it in check, and we got to talk about Beyonce. Beyonce. I'm gonna just give my thoughts on it. Just my little bit of opinions. You know, my little bit of opinions don't really mean too much, but yeah, my little bitty opinions. And remember, opinions are not facts. 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 Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my faith, the vegan water, and let's get into the mess, shall we? How you can like this video is by double tapping your screen if you have those abilities. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. If you can't do that, y'all know what to do. Hit the three dots. If you want to engage with this video, hype this video up, send a donation, send a gift, or just simply support, hit those three dots right there. And that being said, opinions are not facts. Opinions are not facts. Opinions are not facts. It's scrolling at the bottom. It's scrolling at the bottom. I do want to say this. If you don't see a video here, go to the Bay Squad Facebook channel and the video will be there. Sometimes I move videos around depending on how the monetization works. You know, we all about our coin. And since I'm all about my coin, yeah. Yeah. But let's see who's up in here. Hey, Destiny Reloaded. Hey, boo. What's going on? Hello. Hey, Say Hudson. What's going on? Hello. Hey, Madison. Hello. Baby, the girls have been asking, you look like you signed the checks, big checks. I'm the youngest ever doing it. You know what's crazy? I am one of the youngest at Instacart right now. in my little junior executive position. I told y'all can make a living stocking boxes, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, Bree Age, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I have to look at the time. Seeing that we don't have a lot of time, I want to talk about our beloved POTUS. Baby, he's out here causing a stir, but y'all knew that. Y'all knew that. Y'all don't care about that. He said he's running for president again. That's what he said. He said he's running for president again in 2028. Baby, now is the time to lock in. Y'all need to get focused. Y'all need to get focused. I'm not telling you who to vote for. Hey, shout out to all the bays and the international base. I'm not telling y'all who to vote for, but what I am telling y'all, you better lock in. Anybody telling you not to vote, it's crazy. I wouldn't listen to that. That's disingenuous. That's dangerous. But I will say this. I don't care if y'all dragging each other. I don't care if you dragging each political pundit. So be it. But I told y'all when y'all allowed Hassan Piker and his minions to come up in the mix and say, oh, we got bigger things to worry about than Hassan Piker. Okay. Y'all better nip it in the bud now and get locked in. But speaking of getting locked in, remember how I told y'all about the USS Lincoln, the Navy ship? Let's get into it. Who are you with? I'm with CNN. Fake news. You're fake news. You're loud. You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. You're a fake reporter, and you report fake news. Go ahead. Mr. President, is there enough food on the USS Lincoln? Yeah, that was a CNN fake report. The Lincoln has been out there for a period of time, good period of time. But over the years, we've had them out there much longer. I was at a group meeting, and an admiral came up to see me over the weekend. And it was at a big group, and he happened to be an admiral retired. He said, I've been on ships that are out there much longer than that, sir. And I know people on the Lincoln, they say it's beautifully maintained and beautifully taken care of. And other people went out and they found out to be true. It was fake news reporting from CNN. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like those that are on the ship, if they don't come home, they're gonna be in some type of collision or some type of war, something. Because from the birdies being the wives, the spouses, the brothers, the sisters, the cousins, they saying that an NDA, they gotta sign an NDA to get off the ship. That's what they saying. He's talking about the ship is not bad, but what y'all don't know is Iran blew up the port in Bahrain. I went to Bahrain. Bahrain, beautiful country, awesome people. I told y'all it seemed like it was a start of Asia versus America, but how they were treating us. And I'm American and I travel frequently, and I was just like, I don't know why they're treating us like this. I've never experienced this. I've been to Bahrain before, never had this type of experience, and that was because they do not F with our president. And then now the port is destroyed, hence why they've been out to sea for 200 days. The water is tainted. A former sailor has posted his videos of the type of water they had on their ship when it was out there too long during the Afghanistan Iraq war. So I don't know. It's starting to look like it's a lot of truth being told, but y'all know I don't know. Y'all know I don't know. So, you know, y'all gonna have to figure it out. The port in Bahrain, because that's where they were supposed to dock at. That's where they were supposed to dock at. The port in Bahrain. Yup. Please like this video, Base Squad. We do not work for free. We do not work for free. But the president said they're lying. He said they're lying and they're weak and they're coming up with all types of stuff. So I don't know. But I did see a housewife. Baby, that's all I knew that's all it was gonna have to take. I saw a housewife come out. She said it's his duty and honor to, give up his First Amendment rights to a degree, but I'm gonna say something. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. But I told y'all this. I told y'all this. I told y'all I just be early. I just be early, but let's get into Blueface. Because remember, I told y'all Blueface, like the boys, look what I found. Fair use.
I ain't said that you finger pop. You the first bitch to go on. No, no, no. She said she patted you. Get the fuck out of here. She been said that before me. The fuck? Get the fuck out of here. You don't even make sense. Now you trying to say I'm the first bitch. I'm the first bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, in a second, but you better. Nigga, I really got dated. I really got dated. Stop popping. No bitch. Oh, my mama. When it comes to being a mother, I am. No, when it comes to being a mother, I am. Oh, my mama. What are you talking about? You're not better. What are you talking about? You're entitled to your own opinion. You're entitled to your weak ass opinion.
Listen, they are fighting because Krishan said that Blueface was gay. Because y'all know he was talking about Krishan Jr. I don't know. I told y'all the circus keeps going. The circus keeps going. But let's continue. Baby, y'all want to know what a humiliation ritual is? Nevaeh's baby shower.
What are you talking about? Who the fuck starts with somebody on a day of their fucking baby shower, but yet letting a bitch walk up to the door but not popping into her? Shut your bitch ass up. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. First baby shower. But, okay, good. That shit should be good. It should be a moment to remember. It's my third baby shower. Congratulations. It should be a moment to remember for me. I did this. But I don't care. I was another bitch before I went to the baby shower. Congratulations. You want a high five? So you're not better than no bitch. High five. No, I'm not high five. You're a regular bitch. High five. What are you? What are you? A regular nigga. Okay then. You don't see me popping it like, oh, I'm better than him because I take care and I do. No, I'm the same nigga as every other nigga. So good. Cool. I ain't said that you finger pop. You the first bitch to go on. No, no, no. She said she better.
I told y'all that boy was gay. Y'all should have listened. And these girls is nasty. They might as well put themselves on prep because yuck. They said, and when I say they, I'm talking about Jaden Alexis said that them prisoners, why he got them tattoos like that, because he did something wrong and it was taken on his face. She said that. You know, the one who said she's an upstanding mother, but was over there laid up with him after he exposed her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. And did y'all notice that Whack 100 keeps going over there? Is that his gay lover? I just want to know since he's licking piss and stuff. I just would like to know. And Bay Squad, we're about to talk about Hayden Panettiere. We have a poll in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you think it's all conspiracy. Put a two in the chat if you think they took her out. Put a one in the chat if you think it's all conspiracy. You can read it right there. Put a two in the chat if you think the government took her out. We're going into Hayden Panettiere. Let me tell y'all something. I knew I liked her when I seen her on the Guiding Light. See, I keep telling y'all, my grandmama, beautiful, sanctified, Christian, God fearing, loving, can cook a meal down woman. We used to watch the stories. She would play the stories in the kitchen and the living room, and you were not allowed to change the channel. I used to watch The Young and the Restless. I used to watch Guiding Light. I used to watch Days of Our Lives. I watched all of them. Whatever was on, I was watching it with my granny. And Hayden was there. I loved it. Loved it. Beautiful, beautiful actress. I used to just be so like in awe how she was so little, I was so little, and she was acting. I just was like so intrigued. I loved everything she's been in. She to me is like the black Raven Simone. I'm talking about from influence, affluence, style, just pizzazz, the way she was able to garner attention. Raven Simone, she took notes. She took notes. Loved her down. And I just want to say my heart goes out to her daughter and her family because I know it's hard for them. I know it's hard for them. I know it's hard for them. And for the life of me, I don't believe she relapsed. I don't believe that. And the reason I don't believe that, it's simple because she was out here telling what was going down on those yachts and how they was acting. And we're going to get into it because the stay-at-home moms who been out here being private investigators for everything else, they are clocked in. I see the twos. I watched Nashville as well. I watched Nashville's Heroes was my show. I would Heroes, I would set the DVR so that when Heroes came on, just in case if I missed anything, I wanted to get into it. They were supposed to have this big movie or something coming back out, and I was ready. She could act the house down. A true thespian of the craft. But like most child stars, they're taken advantage of. They are pimped out. They are used for profit. And she was used for profit. And I'm going to buy her book. I pray they don't shelf that book. I'm gonna go buy it because I want it. She was telling too much. But let's get into some of the things she spoke about. And remember, I talked to y'all, I just be early. When she went over there and sat down with Jay Shetty, I said it was so sad. Let's get into what she was talking about.
I realized that I was in danger, but by the time I'd realized I was in danger, I was quite literally out to sea. And it was that moment shook me, and it was this very small room, and she physically put me in the bed next to this undressed man who was very famous, and had his hands like this, like, but I had nowhere to hide, and I bolted, and I hid wherever I could think of to hide on a boat. On a boat. There was no jumping off and swimming away, and there was nobody who was going to. I realized that there was nobody who was going to be empathetic to my situation. That this was nothing new to them.
How heartbreaking. How heartbreaking. She was telling all that. Mind you, she got put on the party favors by her agent or manager, somebody who was also a woman. Don't worry. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all just want to dance. Let's get into some more because baby, the more that's coming out, uh the girls are putting it together. I mean, so you become famous, and during this time, you meet Vladimir, who's the father of your child, who didn't realize how famous you were at first. No, he had no idea. So then the two of you get together, and you have a baby. Yes. A time for many people, it's just a joyous occasion. But for you, what happened? For me, I had a wonderful pregnancy. I worked throughout my whole pregnancy, and I had a really rough birth. To the point where I almost didn't make it through. And then the postpartum depression started. And there I am with this beautiful, healthy, beautiful baby girl and this very fortunate life. And I could not for the life of me be happy. I was so depressed and I just couldn't find my way out. You wanted to be happy too. That's the thing. You were desperately looking forward to having the baby. Doesn't. Yeah. And you write in the book, you were not the mother you thought you'd be, nor the mother you want to be. I had all these ideas in my head of what I wanted to do as a mom, as a parent. And I think I was also, though, at the same time scared because of what my mom did to me, that I might about being do that too. And now it's my child. Kaya lives with her dad in the Ukraine, and you're. And for those of y'all who don't understand, her mom was out here pimping her out. That's pretty much what she's alluding to. Here. And how do you describe the relationship with your daughter today? I'm so blessed to have a great relationship with her. I fly over there as much as I can. I'm on FaceTime with her all the time. She's now 11 years old and she's calling mommy more and more. She actually called me, FaceTimed me the other day, and she calls me Brittany. She goes, "Hey, Brittany." I was like, it took me a second, and I realized she was talking about Bring It On. Oh, her friends are fans of Bring It On. Oh, got it. Oh my gosh, she's now telling me, asking me to Zoom with her friends. Well, so I'm cool now. It's so hard to hear her have to say this because I know she gave her child the ultimate gift, and that was protection. Think about this. To hear her say those words, I'm buying the book. I'm telling y'all, Back Squad, y'all know we be over here reading. I am buying the book. I'm buying the book. But let's hear what the stay-at-home moms gotta say. And I say y'all in the chat, please get the likes up. Please get the likes up, Back Squad, and share this out. And if y'all want me to drop the link, please let me know. Yes, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, but we got to talk about it because, I've been saying it. They don't care about the children. They've never cared about the children. They don't care who's hurt. I keep telling y'all, when I read the files and I read what they did, what they truly did to Marilyn Monroe, it was heartbreaking. 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 They took her out. Anytime you just you paid your cost, you paid your dues, they took your light, you still shining bright, and then they still want more. It's so unfortunate. But let's hear what these stay-at-home mamas had to say. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where it's at? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. 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 Thank you, Say Hudson. Thank you for the gift. No one talks about sibling grief, and the research around it is very little. Ooh. That was another thing. Her brother was an actor too, and her brother was a beautiful, handsome man. Definitely don't care about the children. I've been screaming that from the rooftops. They don't care about the children because if they did, we would have more arrests. We already know what she was talking about. She was talking about J.E.'s Island. She was talking about J.E.'s Island. That's why she said, I knew people would not be empathetic. Why? Because she was a celebrity. She knew early. Perez Hilton, who y'all are mad at that people are not championing and standing behind because he was an advocate of preying on women and children. You see, y'all not ready for that conversation. Let's get into it.
Hayden Panettiere died today, and in trying to research this death, I think I figured out who the female celebrity who set her up when she was 18 was, and I think it's Kristen Bell. First, I started researching the astrology, and just by looking at the astrology, I zoned in on the time period of August to September 2007 as being really significant in contributing towards her death today. So when I started researching that time period, I found out she wrote about that time period being significant earlier this year, and that a female celebrity had set her up. Someone she trusted, like an older sister, had taken her on a yacht right after her birthday, and then led her into a bed with a much older man, a singer. So Kristen Bell attended her birthday party 1 month before this yacht thing, and it was mostly a private event with family and friends. There was only a handful of celebrities that were there. Kristen Bell had just been canceled off from Veronica Mars. Okay, it was only on for 2 seasons, and she was expected to be a lot more famous from that. And Heroes had taken off instead. And Heroes, the whole premise was save the cheerleader, save the world, and Hayden Panettiere was the cheerleader. So she was blowing up all fucking over the place. It was like Sydney Sweeney in Euphoria. So from interviews, I found out Kristen Bell got on Heroes by going to Sci-Fi Con and like talking to the producers and asking them to put her on the show, and they were able to finally work it out that she had like a guest appearing role for half a season. The news says while they were on the show together that they were great friends, and that Kristen Bell would protect Hayden Panettiere from the paparazzi. She told them they don't want to take pictures of me, they only want to take pictures of Hayden, but she gets so anxious and overwhelmed, so I jump in front of the cameras for them. Everyone always asks, how is she married to Dax Shepard? She's been married to him for a long time. He's really good friends with Ashton Kutcher. Maybe she's just married to him because they're the same kind of people. You know, Kristen Bell was named one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time Magazine last year. Shortly after that, Hayden Panettiere decided to write her autobiography. She used a pseudonym for the woman who like went against her, and it was Stella McAnus. Stella, S-T-E, and Ella, like that's Kristen Bell if you take out half the letter. People speculated on who it was about, but they never came up with Kristen Bell. So maybe she just lost her shit, seeing the people who hurt her rise to the top, while she ended up a victim of all these older men. You know, they say behind every successful man, there's a woman, and that includes predators.
There's that one. Don't worry. We got her.
I found another clue that Hayden Panettiere Panettiere may have been talking about Kristen Bell in her autobiography when she talked about the older female celebrity who set her up, because she gave this interview in January of this year with Fox News Digital, where she said growing up in Hollywood made her want to protect other young actors. And she said that she was a sleepwalker, and that led to a lot of other awkward incidents with other Hollywood children. One story she tells happened at Kristen Bell's house, that she fell asleep. And remember, Kristen Bell is 10 years older than her, okay? So if she was like 10, Kristen Bell was 20. And she falls asleep and she puts her hand on Kristen's cheeks. And Kristen left them there all night long. And then she says in this article, I never lived that one down. And this could be a thing where you're self-reflecting. And like, you know, when there's somebody who's like a frenemy, for so long you brush off their behavior as like just jokes and we're just sisters and whatever, until the thing happens when you can't push it off, and then you're like, oh no, that bitch never liked me, right? The boat thing, when that happened, Kristen Bell had already gotten her job on Heroes. And if you look and see, Hayden and Kristen were best friends when they were on Heroes, and they had grown up together. But I don't see any contact between them after the show. So if they were such good friends, what happened?
And you know what? Her being a white woman, she should know. She should know. Okay, they know each other. Earth does not care about the children, and all its inhabitants. Okay. Y'all not lying. Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna get into this next clip. Hey Darius, hey boo. Yes, smash that like button. Please and thank you. Hey DC Purple Diva, what is going on? Yes. Yes, we are here. Bless her, bless her, bless her. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. And thank you, Blissfully, baby. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where it's at? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. And let's not act like Veronica Mars was not supposed to be a big thing. Now, again, y'all could continue to vote on the poll. We have one more video about Hayden Panettiere, because I told y'all I feel like they took her out. I do not believe this was a relapse, natural causes, none of that. But if you think Bree, it's all a conspiracy, put 1 in the chat. If you think the government took her out, put a 2 in the chat. That is for the poll right here. Please and thank you. That's how you can interact with the poll. The poll is free. The poll is free. Please get the likes up. Please keep engaging with this video and keep sharing. So here is the final video about Hayden Panettiere, and then we're gonna move on to Drew Aflo because trash.
Enter Diana Jenkins. Streets are saying James Blunt is the musician that was on the yacht with him.
James Blunt. James Blunt, y'all. And he has a history of Me Too offenses.
Was none other than Diana Jenkins. All roads lead to Bravo once again. James Blunt put out a book in 2023 called Loosely Based on a Made Up Story, and sent a copy of it personally to Diana Jenkins, who put a caption that says, I'm so glad it's loosely based on a made up story. Too scared to read it, LOL. But we did party like rock stars. Congratulations on your book. I have to get real close to the screen here. When she still had money and I still had fame, Diana Jenkins would take me to the Cannes Film Festival on a super yacht that she chartered. It was huge. When someone on shore asked which boat you were on, you could simply reply, the big one. And the team she would assemble would be a gaggle of gay men, a brace of billionaires' wives, some supermodels, Kid Rock, and me. Guests would fight to get on the boat with us. Bono would make an appearance and sing Miss Sarah Habo to Diana. The designer Dan McMillan ended up being hosed down unconscious in the jet ski bay, having been sick on someone's bed. If we visited a nightclub, Diana would kidnap all the professional dancers in the club. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If we visited a nightclub, Diana would kidnap all the professional dancers on the boat and bring them back to the boat, leaving the nightclub with only the DJ and the punters. What? And the boat was a place of fantastic excess. One night I was given an Adderall, which is medical amphetamine, and later I I think we can kind of safely assume what happens later, but these photos are very telling that she also posted on the Instagram post. This is James Blunt over here taking a photo of, if you can't guess it by now, Diana's breasts. And there he is in a cowboy hat with Kid Rock and Bono. U2 really does suck. Then there's this photo of Hayden, Diana, Justin Long, and James Blunt. James Blunt, the same exact dude posting videos like this. The song lyrics are not important. He's just talking about, like, you taste like summer or something like that. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this over here. What? What the fuck is that? Are you dead ass? James Blunt, like, there's a fucking hooded person tied up on a boat. And this was right before Hayden died. Just so you know. Well, if anyone would like to do me a solid and buy it, let me know. For entertainment purpose, of course.
I keep telling y'all. It's right in front of our faces. And exactly, who is this strange woman? And how come when the ambulance was coming up, they said it was already an ambulance or a responsive team for an alleged overdose? I'm not believing any of that. And you know why I'm not believing it? Because I read the files. Shout out to the base squad. I see y'all with the twos in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the donations. Okay, because child, we gotta get to the bottom of this. But moving right along, we're gonna leave this up. Let me know if you don't. Again, it's one if you think it's a conspiracy, two if you think the government did it. One if you think it's a conspiracy, two if you think the government did it. And this is for Hayden Panettiere. God rest her soul. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful actress, amazing, talented woman. Um, I loved everything about her. I just thought she had some really hard times, and in the midst of her hard times, she still was nice. Somebody check on Drew Barrymore because I know she's going through it. It is crazy. Now let's go into Beyonce because we gotta say Drew Aflo, Miss the trans girls know about womanhood more. We save her for last. Let's get into Beyonce. Child. Beyonce, my Beyonce. So this article I got from International Business Times. It says Beyonce's unseen video at 19 shows star sitting in the lap of disgraced adult film producer Mike Schaffel. Marc Schaffel? I think it's Schaffel. Newly surfaced video of Beyonce and Marc Schaffel prompts a discussion on professionalism and boundaries in the early 2000s in music industry. This is the video they are talking about. It's just showing the picture right here. In this video, she was extremely nervous. She really didn't want to sit on his lap. And it was as if she was told to just do it. Right? Which again, preying on the innocence of others, right? So the footage has drawn scrutiny, and it's a moment from her early career. This is when she was with Destiny's Child. So if they were doing this to Beyonce, imagine what they were doing to the other DC girls, the other DC women. And this is why I say the industry is very predatory. Very predatory. So when I see people out here picking and choosing who they want to go up for, not understanding how it preys on its people, and understanding you have to be mentally tough, because a lot of people just say, this is what I envision for my life. I don't want to do anything else. So I'm just going to suck it up. And I hate when people be like, couldn't be me, couldn't be me. Y'all be sucking up a lot of things for your little piece of jobs. So don't get mad at these artists, these entertainers and all that for doing what they got to do to put ends meet on the table. The only people I feel should be dragged to the center and off with their head are the people who are preying on the children. So let's get into it. So it says in 2001, appears to have been recorded during a making of an unaired reality project centered on Jackson and his circle. When they say Jackson, they're talking about Michael Jackson. Beyonce was then a member of Destiny's Child and had already been recruited for Jackson's charity recording What More Can I Give, a project that brought together major artists after the September 11th attacks. The clip has drawn attention not because Beyonce is accused of wrongdoing, but because of the unusual interaction with Schaffel and his later documented history in the adult film industry. Court testimony in 2006 showed that Jackson ended Schaffel's involvement in the charity project after learning that he had previously directed gay adult films. So mind you, this man is gay, but he still wanted Beyonce to sit on his lap. And who brought this out? The Sun and the Daily Wire. Baby, they are coming after Beyonce. I keep telling y'all, they are doing hit jobs on everybody. See, Drake went through his hit job. Now everybody's going through theirs. Everybody has to do their hit job. Kendrick, baby, when they do your hit job, J. Cole, when they come to do your hit job, the recording fits the chronologically of What More Can I Give. Contemporary reports said Jackson was assembling an all-star cast for the charity song in the aftermath of September 2001 attacks, with Schaffel serving as the executive producer. So how does an adult entertainer get into the music business? Child, it's all a scam set up by Todd. Okay. A 2002 interview with Schaffel listed Beyonce knows of Destiny Child amongst artists who participated in the English language recording. Time reported in October 2001 that Schaffel said Jackson had record tracks with Beyonce and other major performers. The project was intended to raise money for the victims and the survivors of the attack, although its release became mired in disputes and was delayed. The newly circulated footage therefore places a young Beyonce inside a significant Jackson project at the time when her public career was still developing. The lab interaction visible in the footage has attracted a particular attention online.
Michael? Here we go. I have Beyonce here.
Hi.
Hi, Beyonce.
How you doing?
Oh, good. I really appreciate you doing this because we're giving back.
I'm very honored. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yes. So
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
thank you. Brad Boxer is putting down the track now.
Right here, Michael.
Brad,
Yes.
putting down the track now.
Yep. Yeah, Beyonce's gonna go in the studio and lay it down now, and you're gonna give her inspiration.
Michael, when she was listening to the track, she fell in love with it immediately.
Yes, I did. I love it.
You did?
Yeah, immediately, Michael.
It's wonderful.
She lit up, immediately from the very first line of the first verse.
But please don't, Beyonce. My voice.
Your voice sounds
You
great.
sound.
He was getting over the flu when we recorded this.
You know, the flu, I had the flu.
This is only his demo track for.
That's how his voice sounds when
Yeah.
he has the flu.
Well, it sounds wonderful.
It
And to the first line, I screamed. Literally, I screamed.
And you can tell she's uncomfortable.
These guys can sing. She's gonna nail this. This is great.
And we just got a little bit more, but you can tell she's uncomfortable because she's leaning forward. She's leaning forward. She's not even trying to be there. She's like barely trying to sit down. I told you I went to a course to reading people. Her face, everything. She's trying to hurry it up. And I don't know what they did to Michael. They probably did something way worse to Michael because look at how they're like all giddy, like, yes, demonic. And she's like, And y'all wonder why she don't want to be around now.
So we're happening. The vibe couldn't be any better.
Keep going there.
All right, let's get going.
Love you, Michael.
I love you too.
All right,
Bye.
talk to you later, Michael.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
And I think that's why she has an estranged relationship with her father. Because if you could set something up, let's not act like Daddy Knows didn't do that. That is all Daddy knows. That is all Daddy knows. Daddy knows to the T. And if you don't believe it, at this time, they say he was over there riding the ski slopes. If you know, you know. That's, child. Where's my favorite clip? Y'all know I love the...
Wake this shit the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Wake Should I wake this shit the
Wake
fuck
up.
up?
I've been with her for how
Should I
long?
wake this shit
I've been with her for how long?
I keep telling y'all, there's a reason why she wants to cut ties with her daddy. Y'all think it was just all just... Y'all have no idea. These parents be trying to... Especially when they got a little fix, they got to take care of. It's like Jay-Z marrying her kept her from the PDFs. Baby, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into that. It's a lot that goes into that. She probably was like, let me, Jay, come in the room. Because I'm telling y'all, all the women, all the men, they have the exact same story. There's always a creep. Patti LaBelle told y'all. The girls could be fully dressed and they still creepy. I'm telling y'all, child, that's giving daddy knows what's on them party favors and said, well, my daughter can go over there. And how much money did they pay him for this? And that's one of the reasons why Beyonce will not do business with him to this day. Y'all think it has because he cheated on her mama. No, she said she way colder than her daddy because she knows he was the one. But let's get into Drew Aflo and ER Fightmaster. Oh, child. You know it's bad when the trans women have to come out and tell you got it wrong. Let's get into it. The 30-year-old comment section of Drew Aflo podcast host, loud except nothing less than the Life You Deserve author, spoke out following the backlash of an old podcast clip that resurfaced on the platform, sparking an intense debate and criticism, right? During the comment section, right, on April 2nd of 2025, this is from last year. I told you everything that you're not standing in your truth will be exposed this year. Everybody's getting exposed. Everybody's getting exposed. That's why you gotta clean your house. Okay, that's why you gotta stand firm in who you are. Now is the time. All Twins Are Bad featuring E.R. Fightmaster. The two were discussing transphobia in the experience of womanhood. I'm going to say that one more time. The two are discussing transphobia in the experience of womanhood.
You say it take a village to raise a child, but what if the village is retarded? What you think it's going to produce?
Now we about to get into some real slow in the brain type teens. We about to get into it. We about to get into it. We about to get into it, okay? My truest thought on this is I think that trans women have more of a beautiful understanding of what womanhood is. This is a quote, direct quote. Nobody misquoted her, and y'all hear it. ER said to which Drew said, "I agree." Mind you, both of these are women. They're both women's. They both women. They both women. No matter how they look, they are both natural born women, born with a vagina, right? ER went on to say, unfortunately, the program for cis women is, y'all know once they start talking that cis shit, they have no clue. They're already done. Once they start talking about cisgendered anything, I already know. Common sense out the window. It's kind of sad sometimes. Actually, no. Your womanhood is not your role. Your womanhood is not your status in society. And your womanhood is not your ability to be sexually assaulted. This is what she said. This is what she said. This trans debate that's like centering all on, well, if I quote unquote man in a dress is in a bathroom, he will me too me. I'm like, okay, well, it sounds like the problem that we have is that men are going to me too and women are fearing of me too their whole lives. And when you talk to trans women about their womanhood, they talk about it like it's almost gets me choked up. They talk about it in such like this beautiful, expansive way of like it's this feeling I've always had. It's this truth I've always known. It's the most beautiful parts of me. It's my softest self. I feel that from cis women. See how they try to and that's why I said y'all allowed them to say cis and it's going to destroy the community. We are women. Cis is a medical term. And they be like, well, it's a medical term. And if you get and okay, and if we start calling them by the medical terms of them, they get upset. We're not going around saying caffeinated coffee. We're not calling um the disabled by their true disabilities. Don't let them play y'all. Okay? And I'm so happy Drew got dragged because she doubled down on this too. Let's continue. Talking about your womanhood is not a role. Who said it was a role? This is something we're born with. We don't make it a role. It's not a costume. It's in us, not on us. Like, child, they didn't drink too much Kool-Aid. And I don't feel like that from cis women right now because I think the propaganda is so strong. Y'all never want to address the issue in the room, which is white women. Hold on.
Wake this shit the fuck up.
Go ahead.
Wake Should I wake this shit the fuck up?
I've been with her for how
Should I
long?
wake this shit?
I've been with her for how long?
They never want to address their community for how they propagate and pedestalize patriarchy and harmful rhetoric and ideology of their fathers, brothers, cousins, and etc. They never want to do that. They never want to prop up that, it is their community that is dangerous. I don't like cis either. That's why I be like, call me a woman. Don't call me that. I don't see cis nowhere on no paperwork. It says male, female. That's what it's always said. Male, female. Pick one. And I don't even get into the trans business like that, but it's the delusion. Please get the lights up. So the conversation inspired a lot of outrage and response videos for several reasons, including the fact that trans women were not included in the discussion, the comparison between trans and real women, understanding of what womanhood is, and specifically ER saying womanhood is not your ability to be SA'd. Imagine saying your womanhood is not your ability to be SA'd. It's crazy. They out here taking our rights away and telling us to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen and marry these men. Baby, they taking your rights away. Your founding fathers, your grandpapas, your great-greats is taking your rights away, and here you come with the bullshit. I keep telling y'all, I knew this trans topic was going to do it. And I'm like, let people be who they are. There were so many rights already in place. The only thing I said was they needed a law that was specifically for them, and we needed a law specifically for us. But child delusions are grander. So let's get into Sister doubling down on what she had to say.
There's an entire discussion to it. Maybe you should go watch it before you pretend to get mad. Either way, saying it's misogynistic to agree with a trans woman on what it means to be a woman, and then in your defense of that talking point, saying things like they don't know what periods feel like or they don't know what childbirth feels like is really fucking stupid and embarrassing for multiple reasons. Overarching though, it's bigoted and transphobic. Ironically though, it's also misogynistic. Reducing womanhood down to your uterus and what it does is quite literally a pillar in misogyny. That is quite literally a tenet of patriarchy. Reducing women down to being able to have periods and create babies is a huge misogynistic talking point. Weaponizing it to discredit and invalidate trans women also makes you a transphobe. Believing in feminism unless trans women are included makes you a TERF. TERF stands for Trans Exclusive Radical Feminist. J.K. Rowling, ever heard of her? That's what she is, and that's what you sound like when you say shit like that. All of that to say, what's even funnier about these ridiculous videos being made mad at me is that ER is not a man. ER was assigned female at birth. ER is a non-binary lesbian. ER knows all about periods because ER has had them before. You guys really need to work on taking 15 seconds and trying to go viral off of it. It's fucking embarrassing and it's annoying. My stance in supporting trans people has been consistent through the fucking years. If you follow me for real, you should fucking know that. My feminism is intersectional. Unlike a lot of women who claim to be feminists when they make videos like that, this entire conversation is stupid, bigoted, and transphobic. If you don't like that I support trans women with my whole fucking chest, unfollow me then, bitch. It's imperative.
And then they did unfollow her. See, that's the problem. She was getting beat up so bad she had to come back again.
Clear up some stuff. First things first, after conversations I've had with a lot of my trans friends, T.S. Doc Batty, Kay Poyer, Zaya, Selena, I'll tag all of them below. What they've shared with me is that the biggest issue and critique they have with all of this is, first of all, that trans women are taking the absolute brunt of all of this. At the end of this entire discourse, trans women are being harmed and targeted, and I'm the metaphorical gun pointing at them. And the main critique that they have shared with me is that there should have been a trans woman in the the room if you're going to talk about trans women's experiences, which is extremely fair to say. Obviously, in the context of the situation, ER was trying to talk about how turf rhetoric is specifically targeting trans women, obviously, and weaponizing.
I don't agree. And y'all can follow the rest over there. I don't agree, and I'm happy she's losing out on everything she's losing out on. And here's the reason why. Every time we talk about trans women and just women, period, y'all like to reduce it down to like periods and things of that such. When we say, hey, we don't want to be called cisgender, y'all say we're stupid, we're idiotic, we don't know psychology today. And I said, I'm not about to use psychology terms because I'm not the one who has a mental issue of gender dysphoria. That's really what it boils down to. And I'm like, when we say, hey, we want to be called this, and y'all move the goalposts, it's so crazy. And that's to the allies, that's to the allies, that's to the allies, and to the few trans girls. Because then you get the girls up here saying stuff like this, and it's always reduced to a man when y'all have talking points. Well, y'all share the same man. If you don't believe me, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Child, not they trying to say Narcan. I'm not listening to them. It's lies. It's amazing how they can find out the cause of death for Hayden, but we ain't got the cause of death of other people. Child, they're lying. America don't even move that fast with other things. Y'all got trans women out here saying stuff like this.
Biological sex because you sound crazy.
Biological sex is a
Hold on. Let me go back so y'all can hear it.
Stop using the phrase biological sex because you sound crazy.
Biological sex is a very real thing. In emergency situations, we must know the sex assigned at birth in order to treat the patient appropriately. We need to know what organs they still have intact, what phase of gender reassignment surgery, if they're going that route, they're in, and any hormone therapy they've had, any surgical history. So, for instance,
And I'll let y'all hear the rest of it because I'm gonna put it in the Bay Squad chat because y'all know me. I love making sure the bays are good. I have to make sure I charge my phone because we can't have it die. That would be inappropriate. But let's go into the conversation with it's always down to a man.
When the women say, well, I don't want a man, I don't want no man that wants any of y'all. And I'm like, okay, good luck with that. Yeah. I think, girl, that nanny conversation that you had that went viral, that was so deep to me on so many different levels. It was deep to me on so many different levels because it's like, I you can say that you don't want to sleep with a man who sleeps with trans women, but girl, you probably have.
So he's down low. And they hate to admit that too.
What's interesting too is they don't believe us. What is interesting, they do not believe that they think we're either that we're lying, that we're delusional, that the experiences that I know.
No, we don't.
In my life, that you know you've had in your life, you know a bunch of trans girls. I know a bunch of trans girls. I'm 54. I started hanging out with trans women in 1990s. 30 plus years of knowing trans women, being in the life, if you will, and they don't believe us when we say, when the women say what?
We do believe y'all. We do believe y'all. That is some BS. Cause y'all love to say we don't believe y'all. We don't believe y'all. We don't believe y'all. We do believe y'all. The problem is we want y'all to stop attacking us because y'all are sleeping with these men. We cannot make these men say that they're sleeping with y'all. It's a problem if we out the men. It's a problem if we don't out the men. Y'all just want to harass us. And it's not all trans women, but these be the types. These be the types and the allies. Just go date a bisexual man. Just go date a no. If I say I don't want a man who likes men, I say no. I have every right to say no. The problem is you want to force it upon us, just like the cisgender thing. When that was first coming up, I said, why are we using psychology terms? Why are we using psychology terms? Nobody in the professional sector uses those psychology today terms. Y'all were so mad at me when I said that. I said that years ago. I just don't, I don't be wrong. I just be early. And then here I come with this bullshit. Nobody cares if y'all are sleeping with these men. We know these men be for everybody. We just said we don't want to sleep with them. And y'all are mad at that because then it takes away from your experience of womanhood or what you feel it's womanhood. talking about y'all sound delusional.
Men you are also sleeping with. And some of them are into trans women and non-trans women. Some of them are having sex with men, some of them are having sex with everybody.
Yeah. Down low.
And that's what it is. We don't know. Men lie. Men lie. They're living double, triple lives. They compartmentalize, they rationalize. We don't know. Right. And none of this is on us. To demonize trans women when we speak our truth about what we've lived and what we know, and to say, well, talk to your man. Talk to
and we're not talking to the men. Y'all talk to the men and ask them why they are keeping y'all a secret and why they are comfortable in their down lowness. Like, stop. It's really crazy. But this man has to come out and say something. Listen to the man.
I was gonna stay out of. But this is how I know trans women, y'all still got a little man in y'all. Because for the life of y'all want to run the narrative. Y'all want to bully women because you grew up as a little boy. So you can't let that man at you. You gotta put women down. Y'all can't even let them have an argument. Just like all the rest of us. So if you was really a woman, or you really loved and embraced that womanhood like you claim, you would know women are the absolute. And you just trying to step into that. You trying to pray your way into that. Because you resonate with it so much, but that's the thing. You don't resonate with it. It's little things you want to take from it, but you do not resonate with it. You are not it. I respect everybody, pronouns, whatever you want to be, I respect it. But what we're going to do, we're going to talk real about the situation. That man in you won't let a woman win. You want to defeat them. You don't want to be equal. How is 1% of the population taking up all this conversation? You so selfish. Why trans men don't have this argument every week? Why does trans men, they go get their little beard, get them a little hoe, and go off? You don't hear nothing about it. You have to run the conversation. You got to dominate them. At their own sport, you got to dominate them. What do you mean you feel a more beautiful experience than a woman? Have you lost your mind? Like y'all done lost the plot. You are trying to grace, just get a little taste of what they giving. And you think because you only see the sunny side up of the goddamn egg that you just became the whole breakfast platter? You still got sausage on your plate, partner. Most of y'all. And call me transphobic, call me a turf. Whatever words y'all keep making up, that's how you know.
He was spitting. So I can't even get upset because I already know what it is. It says even hermaphrodites are assigned male and female at birth. We all are. Everybody. That's why I was like, child, I don't know what they talking about. Like, but if we go to medical terms, they'll get mad. Them being trans has nothing to do with anybody but us women. They want to feel validated as one of us. Exactly. And I wish it would just stop. And that's not all of them, but like, baby, the ones who be on the pods spreading the agenda, like, child, please leave us alone. Okay? The DSMR-10 is the mental health Bible, so you can pinpoint your disorder. Ooh, Lord. They lose their narcissistic validation, baby. Every time. Every time. It says, I don't either. I don't either, baby. That birth certificate / social security number, which your gender is owned to the government. I don't deal with men that are attracted to biological men, period. Yeah, like they what they're talking about is you don't know your man, but is this that down low behavior? Like, why are y'all pedestalizing that? Which tells me that's very misogynistic, that's very male centered of you. Cause like what? Imagine if they fought hard for women's rights as hard as they are defending trans. They wouldn't defend her. Ooh, child, cause that heartbeat law is whooping their ass right now. Baby, the girls is being locked up. You get more time for that baby than you do for the people touching the babies. Let's see what y'all saying up in here. Why don't they just straight trans men, or are they transphobic? Ooh, child. One of the T girls said that the Butch Queens don't want them. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't care who they date. Just leave us alone. Leave women alone. That's how I feel about it. Leave women alone. We're not bothering you. My mother has taught me a lot about others. In recent, I heard about cisgender. I'm never saying cisgender anything. That sounds stupid. Heterosexual. I don't even say that. Male, female, gay or straight. I just leave it at that. And to be honest, I think it was Jamila who was saying, I think women don't want to be with a bi man because they're not masculine. Women just don't want to be with a man who wants to be with a man. And a woman, because we all saw that white girl, very popular on social media, beautiful. They were a beautiful couple. And what did he do? He left her for a man. See, y'all be thinking in your minds, oh, we're just anti. No. Why would y'all want, because y'all say the black community is the most homophobic, transphobic, all the phobics, but yet y'all want black women to participate in taking prep every day. Y'all want black women to date bisexual men, down low men, gay men. It's like y'all don't want us to tell. It's always something at black women's feet, when in reality it's white women who are making it hard for you, because these white women know they means is gay because they met them gay. Did y'all not watch Euphoria? She knew he was over there into the men's. She felt like she could turn him out. We gotta stop pretending. These men be out here with the trans women. They're showing it in your face. It's been in your face for the longest time. How they operate, how they get down. A lot of white men love being pegged. You see Blueface. Blueface is denying it. Blueface is a whole gay man. We know he's gay. He over there getting pegged. He get fucked in the ass. Men shitting on his face. And y'all are mad at us. We know. Anybody who has a bunch of kids everywhere who don't like women, we know they are not heterosexual men. Hello. Sorry. The problem is y'all don't want those men. Y'all want the men who literally just want women. Call it what it is. Never heard of that term from her at all. Just crazy. But what are y'all thoughts, Space Squad? Listen, the chat said 100% y'all felt like that y'all feel like Hayden was taken out. And I definitely remember Christian. Christian was up here crying, snot nosing, talking about the man she was in love with wanted to be a child. She didn't want to be with that. She didn't want to be with Caitlyn. Throughout history, these pilgrims have been with the look at their short novels. They are boosting. It's ridiculous. But y'all, on that note, comment down below. I will go live on here more often so that way y'all can get the link. I'll be dropping the link tomorrow. I just got to think about what we're going to talk about. Comment down below. I got to go. Bye, hoes.
You said take a village to raise a child, but what if the village is retarded? What you think it's going to produce?